Hello students, myself Arun Pandey. Welcome to online classes from KV Rai Academy. I am going to discuss class 8, subject science, chapter 2, and the name of the chapter is microorganisms. But inside chapter 2, microorganisms, we are going to describe about harmful microorganisms. In this video, we learn about harmful microorganisms. So about harmful microorganisms, that means many kind of microorganisms, very different kinds of microorganisms cause disease in humans. Several kinds of microorganisms cause disease in humans that will become a causative organism of disease of humans. So, microorganisms are called pathogens. So, disease causing microorganisms are called pathogens. But disease caused by microorganisms and transmitted from an infected person to our animal to another person or animals are called communicable disease or infectious disease. Communicable disease means disease which can communicate from person to person. That is also called infectious disease. So disease caused by microorganism which transmit from person to person, animal to animal are called communicable disease or infectious disease. Communicable disease are carried from person to person in a number of ways. In many different ways, or diseases are transmitted from person to person or animal to person. So the number of ways are through direct contact. Through direct contact, disease can be transmitted from person to person. How it will be done? Let us see. So through direct contact with a sick person, as in the case of ringworm and chickenpox. As in the case of ringworm and chickenpox disease, the disease will be transferred from person to person. Through air, also known as droplet infection. Disease caused by air are also known as droplet infection. So in the droplet infection, as in the common cold and the flu, when sick person sneezes or coughs, when sick person sneezes or doing coughing, so in that time microbes are released into the air from their sneezing, from their coughing. Microbes are released in the air, and when this can be infect a healthy person breathing the air. When healthy person breathing that air, the healthy person will be sick. Through contaminated food and water, the healthy person becomes sick. But how? In cholera and typhoid, for example, the parasites that cause amoebic dysentery enter the water when water bodies, other people get infected when they use the water from such source. That means, as in cholera and typhoid, for example, the parasite that cause amoebic dysentery enter the water when an infected person passes near the water bodies. That means, when cholera infected person, when typhoid infected person passes their faces near the water bodies, and when that faces get contact in water bodies, and another time when healthy person use that water that is infected from the typhoid and cholera disease. Through insect such as flies and flea, the mosquito, which are carriers of microbes. Mosquito or the carriers of microbes. When the mosquito bites a healthy person, it carries microbes with and transfers them into a healthy person. It bites afterwards. When A mosquito bites a healthy person, it give entry to the harmful microorganism in their body. The healthy person becomes sick. Disease such as malaria, dengue fever, and yellow fever spread in this way, spread by the bites of mosquitoes. Fleas transfer the bacterium that causes bubonic plague. Fleas transfer the bacterium that causes the bubonic plague, is a type of fever, from rat to humans. Thus, bubonic plague can be transferred from rat to humans. So, flies carry microbes from contaminated food to clean food. So, through animal bites, as in the case of rabies, the bite of an infected dog can spread disease to humans. When the rabid dog can bite to a healthy person, then rabies will be enter in the healthy person and healthy person becomes sick. Through cuts and wounds, as in the case of tetanus, different pathogens act in different ways. Some produce toxin while others inhibit cells or tissues. Some produce toxin in the body and others inhibit cells or tissues. That means the others harm the cells and tissues in the body. So, then produce toxins. The symptom of the disease appear only after a brief lapse of time, during which the microbes multiply rapidly. The symptoms appear during the brief lapse of time during which harmful microorganisms multiply rapidly in the body. So, the period between the infection and the appearance of symptom, are known as incubation period. The symptoms may be fever. What will be symptoms? Symptoms will be fever, symptoms will be headache, symptoms will be nausea, vomiting, rashes, and so on. Viruses cause disease such as common cold, measles, influenza. Viruses can cause disease such as common cold, measles, and influenza. The disease is spread through the air. The fungi and bacteria grow on food. Fungi and bacteria grow on food, releasing toxic substance and spoiling the food. They release toxin and also they spoil the food. This leads to the food poisoning. This is called food poisoning. Bacteria cause pneumonia, tetanus, tuberculosis, and cold also. Protozoa cause malaria and amoebic dysentery. So microorganisms also cause disease in plants and animals, such as leaf mosaic virus enter the damage the outer cell of the leaves. This is disease in plant, leaf mosaic virus. Potato plant caused by fungus, and mildew in grapes, roses, gooseberry, and other flowering plant is caused by fungi. And rust in wheat and other cereals is caused by also fungi. Then foot and mouth disease in cattle is caused by virus. This is called also FMD, food and mouth disease. So these are my explanation about harmful microorganisms. I think that is much enough. Thanks.